Welcome everybody to a brand spanking new episode of What Was That Called Again. My name is Thomas.
I am William.
And this, what you're listening to this second, is a movie podcast where every single flippin' week I select 3 movies and I read their IMDb plot descriptions to William.
Me.
Who then tries to match the plot descriptions to the correct title. And you know what? Let's not delay. Let's get into a freaking drink check.
You're aggressive tonight.
Hey, I'll start.
We talk about Darwin for like 15 minutes and you're fucking like...
It gets me hype.
You're hyped, man. What are you drinking over there?
Well, I finished it during our Darwin talk, actually, so I'm not drinking anything now. But what I was drinking, which I prepared for this very drink check,
fucked
was,
it up.
I had a coffee, but it wasn't just a coffee.
Okay.
It was spiked. What with, you ask?
Nope.
Well, I put some Baileys in it, so
the chocolate one.
The chocolate one?
Oh,
yep,
yeah.
I still have some.
Yeah.
And I put, for first,
Slower.
I put a splash of white bourbon in there. And
White
boy,
bourbon?
it was strong. Boy, it was strong. Yeah, that's just what we had.
I've never heard of this.
Or white rum, sorry.
Oh, okay.
I said like, bourbon?
Yeah, I was like, I've never heard of white
Did
bourbon.
you invent a new beverage?
Just whiskey? Is that what you're talking about? No, it's not.
Sorry,
it's white bourbon.
I fucked that up. I put a splash of white rum in there. Never done that before. It was quite strong.
Bailey's and white rum.
That's why I'm on one. Yeah, it was like I took a sip on my way into the room to record before our Darwin talk.
Did one of those moments?
Yeah, it was like, whoa, this is stronger than I thought. Like it was burning out my nose as I exhaled.
Bourbon.
So
okay.
So I polished that sucker off, and now I'm feeling it. So.
Was it just straight white rum, or was it coconut rum, or anything like that? Was it flavored?
No, it was straight.
Straight, and you got
straight
your chocolate
as
Baileys.
a mountain stream. Yep.
Well, okay. It's interesting that you chose white rum because.
Why is that interesting, William? Sorry.
I am drinking a Canada Dry Fruit Splash cherry ginger ale.
That's the splash.
It was cherry ginger ale. I haven't finished mine yet, as you can probably tell from my slightly lower energy level than Thomas. But it has a little bit of actual, like Canada Dry makes this Fruit Splash stuff, and it has
This isn't made up.
Well, I'm just saying I didn't make this. I didn't add cherry juice to it.
Gotcha. This
like
was
they actually
Will mixer, as we call it.
They actually put actual cherry juice in their like real cherry juice. So I have that, and then I put a shot of white bourbon in it, as you call it.
Yeah, white bourbon, aka white rum. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a white rum cherry ginger ale. It's very good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you still have any more of those
fruit
sliced?
Trials? Oh yeah. We
got
a whole
many
year
more
left.
of those.
We got a whole year left.
like four
Three.
of them. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
Final
probably
3.
a year at least.
Or maybe no. Maybe there's only 2 left. I think I can't remember.
Ooh,
there's only
8 months. We have 8 months worth.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Well, yeah. So it's been a couple weeks since we recorded. Hopefully, people are checking out the pre-show. If not, then I don't know why you're listening to this.
Your car talk this past Friday.
Yeah, so we had a good car talk / I don't know, pop music chat, I guess, is what it was, and I'd say it was pretty good. If you want to hear more of that, let us know via email. Send us an email, wwtcapod@protonmail.com, or you can slide into our DMs over on Instagram at WWTCA Pod. That's pretty much it for our social medias.
Yep.
We occasionally check them. I think Will posts on our Instagram weekly still.
Yeah,
as far as I'm aware. I haven't been on there in a while.
I know.
I never think to. I need to. I really need to. But I do check the email pretty regularly. And
Every Monday.
I actually, a little inside scoop for everybody. I don't even know if Will knows this, but my personal email is in some way linked to our podcast email. So whenever we get an email on the podcast email, I get notified on my personal email that there's a new email in there. So that's very helpful. So I don't need to really just like check it every day. I can, because I'll know if there's something or not. So that's pretty helpful.
That is helpful.
Thank you, Proton. You do good in this regard.
So yeah, I just for the Instagram post, if anyone's curious, you don't have to DM us, but you can follow us. Every Monday, that episode's films, the poster or artwork for those films is posted. So, occasionally I'll do a little segment where I describe the poster. Well, if you want to actually see the poster, you can go actually look at the actual poster.
Did you give up on the trailer idea?
I forgot about it, actually.
Oh.
So I should try that again. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I might add a trailer, but I tried that before and the cropping was off.
Yeah, that's right. I remember you mentioning that.
Yeah.
I'll
look into that more.
Have you posted any polls?
Just the one.
Just the poll about should we do polls?
Yep.
Did anybody respond to it?
Nope. Because it wasn't an actual poll. I didn't do it right. It wasn't. No. It was an actual poll. I did figure it out. But here's the thing that I learned. I forgot to tell you, is that you don't get the results from the poll.
What?
Like when the poll is over, everything just vanishes.
It's just gone.
It's just gone. So you have to check the results before it vanishes. So people might have voted. I just didn't look.
All right, and if anybody's listening,
as is democracy.
If anybody's listening and you know that is inaccurate or we're missing a step, DM us and let us know how to do polls.
Contact your state voting agency and let them know.
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
Recount.
So we have an episode for you this week,
Do we?
And I think so. Otherwise, this is going to be a weird, like post pre-show recording.
Is this just the white bourbon talking?
This is just called the post pre-show. So yeah, I did go to the trouble. I actually did last week, but then we didn't record. So this was an episode I had ready for last week. But the good thing about getting these episodes ready is that it doesn't have to be like if we don't record, then I can just save it. It doesn't just my
good.
Information doesn't just disappear.
Well, that's really good.
So I do have.
I mean, it has before.
Yeah, that's true. So I do have some stuff here for you if you are ready to go.
I am ready.
Glad to hear it. Well, we're going to be kicking off this journey on this Friday the 13th.
Oh, it is. That's right. Friday the 13th.
Right. We're going to be kicking this journey off in the year
white bourbon, Thomas.
White bourbon. We're kicking this journey off in the year 1981. You remember that year?
I don't. 81.
It's a shame. It would have been helpful if you did.
Hasn't been so far. Almost 2 years of doing this.
Yeah, that's true. Your synopsis, as it's written on IMDb for this film, reads as follows.
Okay.
A look into the Los Angeles punk rock scene that was largely ignored by the rock music press of the time.
I'm in. I want to see this. 1981, a look into the Los Angeles punk rock scene that was largely overlooked at the time.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, that sounds interesting. I'm guessing it's an actual documentary. Not like a narrative, fictional tale, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds cool. I'm interested. I'm not a huge fan of. I like punk sometimes, as far as the music genre goes, but I'm more of a fan of just the concept of punk, or even just like the lifestyle of punk, like truly punk. And I think that especially like punk from the 80s, I think if you were to like poll on Instagram anyone about this, no one would answer. But I think if you were to ask people in real life,
well, if they did answer, you wouldn't even know what the results were anyway.
I wouldn't know. Yeah, but I think punk, 80s punk has a certain look. I think whenever like that has a certain connotation to it, like a certain visual element to it, which is really interesting to me because I had a similar situation happen. I'm going to go off on a tangent. I had a similar situation happen to me.
Take us away, Will.
Whenever I first moved to San Francisco, this was 2010, I believe. Or no, 2011. It was the fall of 2011. Gosh, was it? No, it was the fall of 2010. I can't remember now. Fall of 2011. It's like summer 2011, I think. Anyway, first moved to San Francisco. It was that era, if anyone recalls, was like the height of the hipster era. And by hipster, I mean like everyone who identified as a male had a beard and looked like a lumberjack that hadn't gone to work yet.
Yeah.
Right? Flannel of some kind, like really deep blue jean. Like that was the look. Now there were variations of that. There were different variations of hipster, but that was like, King hipster was that, right? And me being from Indiana, I was not very aware of too many people looking. I knew of that, but the hipsters were truly the hipsters here, right? Hipster being counter to like the main preppy pop culture of the time, right? Mm-hmm. I moved to San Francisco. I'll never forget this. There was a time that like I was just walking in downtown San Francisco, and I turned a corner, and everywhere I looked, I could have poorly thrown a piece of paper. That piece of paper could have been caught in the wind and randomly slapped anyone within 100 yards of me, and the percentage or the chance that person was dressed exactly like someone else who looked like a hipster would have been nearly a 100. So many people looked like this look at the time that I was like, is this truly hipster anymore? If everyone's doing this and everyone looks the same, is this truly the essence or like the core root of what hipster culture is? If we're all just dressing the same and looking alike. And I think the same about 80s punk music. As far as the people who went to those in the bands, they all had a very similar look, right? And I understand that as a subculture, they were definitely still separate from mainstream, which is what the concept of punk is, right? But is it also weird that like you're in a venue with like 80 people or 50 people or whatever, or you're walking down a street and there's 2 or 3 punk bands playing, and everyone around you, including yourself because you're into this, is dressed very similar? Is that the antithesis of punk suddenly? I don't know. That's my question. So I really like punk music as a concept.
There was really quick also, there was a podcast I remember listening to several years ago, and one of the guys on the podcast was in this place. He was in a different location, and he was talking about how there was this like anarchist punk kid that was like in the other room listening to Taylor Swift music really loud. Yeah. And so on the podcast they were talking about like, so is that the kind of thing where it's like anarchists to listen to Taylor Swift because that's so against what you would expect an anarchist to be to be doing? Because
so that was my thing with like the hipster thing, and that's also my thing about thinking about 80s punk, and also I guess modern punk too. Like there's a version of punk now that is similar. It's not like leather and silver metal stuff, right?
And like a spiked mohawk.
Yeah, but that was, and I understand that was still very much counter to main culture. I'm not arguing that point. But as a kid growing up, not in the 80s, I really liked the idea of punk But my version of punk, at least in the sense of like what I wanted to look like, was I very much, and I still to this day sort of hold on to this, I very much enjoy looking like a suburban dad sometimes, and or a square nerd, knowing that I am also into most of the things, if not all of the things, that these alt groups are into, or these counterculture groups are into, because it's like, again, I'm not doing it just to look like a certain thing. So anyway, I'm really interested in this I'm assuming documentary from 1981, but I bet it's going to have a lot of the same looking people in it. Next film, please. Sorry.
There's no way to know. Your second film this week is also going to be from the year 1981. And your synopsis for this one reads as follows. A provocative examination of American society's capacity for extreme violence in an era bookended by the assassination of John F. Kennedy and John Lennon.
Ooh, that sounds really good. You said also 81?
Yes.
Say this one again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this, though.
It is, again, quote, a provocative examination of American society's capacity for extreme violence in an era bookended by the assassinations of John F. Kennedy and John Lennon.
A provocative look at America's obsession, you said, for extreme violence?
Examination of American society's capacity for extreme violence.
That's different.
Yeah.
Capacity for extreme violence bookended by the assassination of JFK and John Lennon.
Yeah.
Interesting. 1981. That also sounds like a really good document. Sorry, and also both of these so far, no bells, no feels. Mm-hmm. But they have me piqued as far as my interest. And I also just love a good documentary too. And both of these sound like pretty decent documentaries so far. Yeah, this one sounds cool. I love a good analysis, and it would be interesting to see. And this is made in 81.
Yeah.
But both of those deaths did not happen in 81. So
right.
This is a look back, mm-hmm. and America's capacity for violence in the 60s. So I guess I wonder if this is really looking at war.
In an era bookended by the assassinations of JFK and John Lennon.
Yeah. So I wonder if this is going to be more of like, like looking at war and violent
so I guess it would be,
and
I guess it would span from like 63 to when was John Lennon killed? 1980 or something.
Something like that, yeah. Because I can't imagine that there was much violence in media at the time, unless it was mm-hmm. the news. But I mean, media as far as like music, entertainment, any film.
Yeah,
games,
The Wild Bunch came out in '69, if I'm not mistaken, and that was like the most violent thing that anybody had ever seen.
Yeah, right.
And I think it was pretty much regarded as like the most violent movie anyone's ever seen until mm-hmm. like Scarface came out. And right. had the chainsaw scene in 1983. So, yeah.
So,
although, anyway.
So I'm curious as to what at that time, and then also looking back at that era, what that capacity for violence was, and also what made it provocative. Because mm-hmm. then you think about now, and it's like there's so much simulated violence available to us and consumed for entertainment, and there's also so much actual violence that we're mm-hmm. faced with every single day.
To where like a guy can be shot and killed at a public event, and then almost immediately you have like high definition up close video posted online of it happening.
And the fact that also you describing that is like, I don't know which one of the many events you're talking about.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yeah, it is crazy to be living at a time where a public assassination or killing happens, and then instantly multiple angles of video appear online and everybody can just see it. You can just scroll past it accidentally online and see like the moment that this person was shot and killed.
I wonder,
crazy.
I don't know exactly when Lyndon was killed. Was it 80, 81?
80, yeah. I did look it up after I said that. Yeah, December of 1980.
Was the Challenger explosion 82?
Good question.
Because I don't know if
I think maybe even later than that. I think.
What was it? 86?
I think so. The Challenger explosion happened in 86, January of 86.
Wow, okay. So, I just watched a little, because that's celebrating, or not celebrating, that's that's a wrong word. Redact that, Will. Edit that part out. So that event is having an anniversary this year.
Or it just had, yeah.
Yeah, just had, yeah.
A couple weeks ago, yeah. At the time
as of the recording, yeah. And I can't remember if it was mentioned that there is a documentary, or maybe I just was thinking that there should be a documentary. But a documentary specifically about the children who watched that. Because of Sally Ride and her being a teacher, there were many. Was it Sally Ride? Was that her name? Did I get that right?
That would be something
I don't know if I got that right or not.
Anyway, I know that one of them was a elementary teacher.
Sorry, yeah. Apologize if that's not the right name. But there was a teacher, and so because of that, she wasn't an astronaut. She was just a teacher. There was a live feed broadcast into many schools.
Yeah. Yep.
And then also her class was there in person watching this happen, and all of these children were basically witness to people exploding and dying. And like, what is the fallout of that, as far as the capacity? Now, it's not, I mean, it's violent, but it's not, I don't know if it's going to be the same violence as what this documentary is talking about.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Koyaanisqatsi, how it ends with the, perfectly ends with the Challenger explosion footage.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And then but this also reminded me that during the pre-show, the other thing that I wanted to bring up was that I've been listening to The Rest is History series on the JFK assassination, actually, by coincidence. And one of the things that they mention is one of the many overlooked things related to the assassination is JFK's kids.
Oh.
And how I think Jack Jr. had a birthday 2 days after his JFK was shot and killed.
Oh, wow.
It was his birthday right after that. They actually buried JFK on his son's birthday.
Yeah.
And he talked about how a lot of people don't know that, and that's not something that ever really gets talked about. But imagine being that kid. It's there's a lot of stuff about his wife, obviously, because she was there whenever it happened and everything, and the trauma that she would have gone through, but also just the impact to his kids. And yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. So yeah, that sounds like an interesting topic if that hasn't been done before as well. The Challenger one.
All right, third film, please.
The third and final film is going to be from the year of the Challenger explosion, 1986. And as it's written on IMDb, the synopsis reads as follows. Secrets are shared and spilled when a group of academics and their partners spend a weekend at a country retreat.
Okay, this doesn't sound like a documentary. 1986.
Yes, again. Yeah.
I'll try it. Secrets are shared and spilled.
Yeah.
And then I stopped listening. What was the rest of it?
When a group of academics and their partners spend a weekend at a country retreat.
Academics and their partners spend a weekend at a country retreat. Secrets are shared and spilled.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a documentary. I guess it could still be a documentary, but it doesn't seem like a documentary. Also, doesn't ring a bell. All three of these are from the 80s. Yeah. This one sounds the least intriguing of the three, but this one still sounds intriguing. Mm-hmm. It's just I'm a weak boy for documentaries.
So this is what we know about you, a weak boy.
If this is a documentary, I'll be a little surprised.
What we've learned within the last few days on this show and pre-show is that Will is a slut for tacos, and he's a weak boy for documentaries.
I think one of those could have been assumed.
Tacos and docs. Those are what he's into.
Tacos and docs. Tacos and docs. That's a cool shirt. I think that should be a shirt that would sell.
Our first, what was that called again? Merch?
Our
perhaps?
first legit one, maybe?
Yeah.
Tacos and docs. Okay, I'll try to recap these now. The first film was from 1981, and it was a look at the Los Angeles punk scene that was overlooked by others, by most. I can't remember the exact wording of this.
That was largely ignored by the rock music press of the time.
Rock music press specifically. Okay. Yeah. So a look at the Los Angeles punk scene that was largely overlooked by the rock music press at the time. Again, very interesting sounding. But there's going to be a lot of mohawks and leather. Okay, second film was 1981 as well. And this was a provocative look at America's capacity for violence, bookended by the JFK assassination and John Lennon's assassination.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And then the third and final film was from 1986, and this one is about secrets being shared and spilled when a group of academics and their partners spend a weekend at a country retreat.
Bingo.
Country getaway.
Almost word for word, yeah.
Okay. I'm just ready for titles. I'm hoping that, I'm really curious as to how these titles are even going to be similar, because these movies seem very distinct in synopsis. And sometimes, there's at least the thread so far is that there's two documentaries and then an outlier. But there's usually like a thread, like, it's a very short thread. It was cut off. It's a stitch. Usually like there's a thread about there could be a thread about all three of these being violent, I guess. Just the synopsis doesn't allude to that. There could be a thread about counterculture, maybe. But usually like there's some kind of thread that I can see you doing a title thing where like two of the films maybe share the same concept of title. But these I don't know how you're going to do this, so I'm really curious. So title me please, because I'm mostly curious about how you're going to make this challenging for me.
Interesting. So your first title to go off of this week will be The Decline of Western Civilization.
The Decline of Western Civilization. That doesn't seem like a documentary title. If the first two are the only two documentaries.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be a title you would slap on something that fits the description like the 1986 film for some reason. So I don't know why. The Decline of Western Civilization. That could fit any of these, so congrats on that, I guess.
Thanks.
But I feel like that's...
That's what? Out with it, Will. I
don't feel like that's fitting for the provocative look at America's capacity for violence. And I don't know if that makes sense for the look at Los Angeles specific punk scene. It would be maybe different if like this was like the American punk scene, or I don't know if calling Los Angeles in 81 and specifically the punk scene the whole of Western civilization. So that's why I'm going to just temporarily park this on the 86 film, only because it doesn't fit the other two. So next title, please. The Decline of Western Civilization. Okay.
Yeah. Your next title will be The Decline of the American Empire.
There we go. So that one fits the punk scene. The Decline of the American Empire. Okay. So these are all going to have some kind of declination in the title. Okay. The Decline of the American Empire. Now that I could see fitting the... No, I can't say that it fits the punk one either, because it was overlooked. I feel like if something was overlooked by the people who should be looking at it, the rock press, that probably means it was overlooked by almost everyone else too.
It can't have the grandiosity of being associated with the entirety of the country, Or Western civilization.
Exactly,
which is even
yeah.
broader.
Or even be responsible for anything other than some generally good music.
Maybe a couple people were annoyed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, The Decline of Non-Annoyance is the third title. Yeah. Now, the second film is specifically about American culture. So the decline of... What was it again? The Decline of America...
The Decline of the American Empire.
Empire. The Decline of the American Empire. And then the first one was The Decline of the Western Civilization.
Yeah, Decline of Western Civilization.
Of Western Civilization. The Decline of the American Empire. The third film, from 86, you called it Academics.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't know. This one's tougher. This title, I don't know where this one goes. I don't feel like this goes on the punk scene, though, yet. So third title, please.
Your third and final title this week will be The Killing of America.
There we go. Okay. That's punk. The fucking Killing of America. I like that. That's awesome. Okay. I don't feel like that's the 86 title. I don't know if I have a reason why I don't. The Killing of America? Yeah, that's fucking punk, man. Again, I was curious of how you were going to tie all these together with the title, and you very well did. These are all very
thank you
tough titles. I had confidence, and that confidence is gone now. The Killing of America, The Decline of the American Empire, and The Decline of Western Civilization.
Yeah.
The Killing of America. That there's a slight tinge of like that sounds a little familiar as a title to something. The Killing of America.
Killing of America.
So the 1981 film is a provocative look at the capacity for violence. It's not necessarily
correct
stating that. It's not stating whatever it is that the title, The Killing of America, is stating. I don't think, at least. I mean, I don't know. The Beatles were even though they were from the UK, they had a very strong presence in the United States, and John Lennon was killed in New York. And then JFK was very much an American president.
He was also killed in New York, yeah.
Same steps. It's actually Yoko Ono who killed them both.
Now that's a conspiracy theory I haven't heard yet.
That's what we're here for, the new conspiracy. Great punk man name, by the way.
The New Conspiracy?
The New Conspiracy.
Yeah, that's
right?
actually really good.
I know. DM. That's probably real. That's probably a band.
Sure.
Look up The New Conspiracy. That's definitely a band name. Okay. The Killing of America, The Decline of the American Empire, and The Decline of Western Civilization. I feel like, is it too on the nose to put either one of the two titles that have America or American in them with the movie that's about the American culture of violence? I don't know.
I wouldn't be one to say. I looked it up. There's a band called Conspiracy. I found a band called The Conspiracy. I have not found a band called The New Conspiracy.
TM right now. TM, and we're gonna feed off of the other band that's called Conspiracy. It's gonna sound like we've regrouped.
There's one called The Hope Conspiracy.
Nope.
Yeah, there is no The New
Conspiracy.
Even if you type on Apple Music The New Conspiracy and hit search, no results.
Fuck yeah.
It says try a new search. They're demanding you.
What is the genre of the conspiracy, that one conspiracy band?
Oh. Conspiracy,
That's
formerly known as the Chris Squire Experiment, was a progressive rock band.
Oh, nice. I'll come back in.
The band released 2 albums, Conspiracy and The Unknown, and a live DVD. So the first album was in 2000, and the second album was in 2003.
So
they were
almost 30 years ago.
Active from 92 to 2004.
Oh, wow. Okay. And you said that there was a second band with Conspiracy in the title?
Yeah, whenever I searched The New Conspiracy, I also found there's a Columbus, Ohio band called The Conspiracy.
So wait, what was the first band that we just talked about?
Conspiracy.
Just Conspiracy. No The.
Correct.
This is The Conspiracy. What genre are they?
Let me now click on the website. Not seeing anything other than weird pictures. We are the Conspiracy Band, 30 years and running. A stylistically unique band from day one, founded by Rodney Sutton. The Conspiracy Band, Columbus, Ohio, have been singing, performing, and playing in sync as if they'd been together their entire musical careers. So they can do songs throughout the course of the band's union.
They know what a tempo is. Congrats.
The
playing in sync. That's what every fucking band does, is play in sync. What are you talking about?
They have won over the hearts of music lovers from all walks of life, performing at a variety of venues, making loads of public appearances. They don't say what their band type is, but this is from the conspiracyband.wixsite.com.
Okay.
And there are many videos of like people dancing at weddings, and
I doubt that they're a punk band, then, right?
Strange things. They don't.
I love that their selling point is we're a group of guys who can play together.
Yeah, we can play in tempo. What is it? The exact words. Been singing, performing, and playing in sync as if they'd been together their entire musical careers.
Conspiracy out of Columbus, Ohio, is what you said.
Yeah.
We don't know what the genre is or whatever they form to.
No.
They can play together. That's the important part.
Yep.
So we're going to form the new Conspiracy, and our punk edge to this is not playing in sync.
We can't play together at all.
No, we choose not to. Fuck you, Conspiracy. Just because you guys can, we're not going to. Yeah, okay. So 1981, 1986. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Tell me the titles one more time.
Yeah. So, you have the decline of Western civilization. Mm-hmm. You have the decline of the American Empire. Mm-hmm. And you have the killing of America.
I can't remember why it is that I remember, or that either remember or like the killing of America sounds familiar.
But it doesn't feel familiar. Is that right?
And maybe it does. But it definitely sounds familiar. Mm. And I don't know if I want to place that on... It's one of the 81 films, I feel like. But I don't know if it sounds like. But I feel like it's one of the 81... I don't know which one, though. And then we have the decline of the American Empire, and we have decline of Western civilization. So I'm going to... Decline of Western civilization sounds... It just sounds too grandiose to be a documentary title. Mm. It just sounds too pompous. So I'm going to do these backwards. The 1986 film about secrets shared and spilled when a group of academics and their partners spend a weekend together on a retreat in the country or whatever it was. Yep. I'm going to call that one Decline of Western Civilization.
Okay.
Yeah, that feels right. The 1981 film about a provocative look at America's capacity for violence, bookended by the assassinations of John Lennon and JFK, reverse that, chronological. I'm going to call this... I'm going to say The Killing of America. Even though that sounds more punk. But I want to call it The Killing of America. Because I think the author, the documentarian, is saying that this era that's bookended is the killing of is America's death in this era. Mm-hmm. That leaves the 1981 film about a look at the Los Angeles punk scene that was overlooked by rock and roll music journalists. I'm going to call this one The Decline of the American Empire, locking in all those answers.
Alrighty. Then let us begin our dive into these three films. So, first of all, the first film from 1981 is from director Penelope Spheris. It sits on IMDb at the time of recording with a 7.5 out of 10 from 5,620 ratings.
Well, okay.
Penelope Spheris, if you don't recognize her name,
I do kind of.
You You would recognize her films for sure, because aside from this, she would go on to direct Wayne's World,
Yes.
the Little Rascals movie, and she directed a little punk movie in the 80s called Suburbia.
There you go.
Not to be confused with the Richard Linklater film from the late 90s called Suburbia. With all lowercase letters but with a big U.
Suburbia.
Yeah. According to director Penelope Spheris, this film was financed by two businessmen who originally wanted to finance a porn film.
Interesting.
The original negative was thrown in the trash by the film lab it was stored at after the lab went out of business.
Oh, fuck off.
So it's gone. This was actually chosen for preservation in 2016 by the National Film Preservation Board.
Oh, man. Maybe that's why I recognize the title and I got the wrong one already. Fuck.
Both this film and its follow-ups, because there are a Part 2 and a Part 3 sequels, were for numerous years available on DVD and Blu-ray due to a combination of licensing issues and the director's own reluctance to revisit them.
Oh, nice.
Spheris had said that she didn't need the money, but since she felt that she would most likely be remembered for these films over her more commercial works, she wanted to take her time and made sure that any digital releases did them justice.
Nice, okay.
Prior to their much anticipated DVD and Blu-ray release in June of 2015, they had only been available as pricey VHS copies on eBay or as bootlegs. At the time of this recording, you can watch this film on Amazon Prime, Tubi, Pluto, Plex, or Shout TV.
Nice. Shout's
and
great.
The title of this very acclaimed documentary film from 1981 is The Decline of Western Civilization.
Damn it! Okay, whatever.
So whenever I was picking these movies, I actually hesitated because I was concerned about this being one of those things where I would find out like somehow you knew this one and could pull it out of your ass like you did the China Syndrome.
Fair.
Where I've never heard you mention the China Syndrome. I've never heard that come up before. I've never heard you talk about it. And then somehow I read that synopsis and you're just like, this sounds like China Syndrome. I was like, what the fuck? So I was afraid that this was going to be one of those because this is a decently well-known documentary, I think.
Yeah.
So I was afraid whenever you would hear The Decline of Western Civilization, you'd be like, oh, that's the punk rock one.
Totally got that one wrong.
I'm glad.
That isn't. I wonder though if I haven't seen this. I'm not familiar with this at all. I wonder if my hypothesis for the reasoning behind the title was close in the sense that, but she took it to a grander scale than I, or at least whoever did title this took it to a grander scale than what I was imagining.
Yeah, I will say that I haven't seen any of these three. I wanted to watch the Decline of Western Civilization movies like since I was in high school. I just have never.
Are the other ones just called like 1 and like 2 and 3?
Yeah, Decline of Western. I do think they have subtitles, if I'm not mistaken. I think maybe they don't. Maybe it's just Decline of Western Civilization 2 and 3. I think that's the case. Seems Decline of Western Civilization Part 2, The Metal Years.
Oh, okay.
And then Decline of Western Civilization Part 3 seems like it's just called Part 3.
I feel like, though, it's not a very fast decline if you're able to have sequels.
Fair point. What do you think of that, Penelope?
Yeah, come at me.
Moving on to your second film from the same year, 1981. This is directed by Sheldon Reenan, written by Leonard Schrader and Chico Schrader. This sits on IMDb, coincidentally also with a 7.5 out of 10.
Docs are good.
From 2,764 ratings. The filmmakers paid $20,000 in order to rent Zapruder's iconic footage of JFK's assassination so it could be included in this film.
Nice. $20,000.
The film opened in one cinema in New York City, but was never commercially distributed in the USA until it finally received an official release in both DVD and Blu-ray formats by Severin Films on October 25th of 2016. Good on you, Severin Films.
Yeah.
It's good to keep movies alive and not let them disappear into the ether. Part of a cycle So this film was part of a cycle of shockumentary feature film documentaries, which got made after the success of A Dog's Life, 1962, also known as Mondo Cane. I was able to find a full upload of this film on YouTube.
No.
I couldn't find it anywhere else, but I did find it on YouTube. I clicked on it, and I watched the first 5 seconds. Seemed like it was unedited, based on the opening moments that I saw. Pretty graphic.
Mm-hmm.
And the title of this film is The Killing of America.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
And that leaves our final film from 1986. By process of elimination, this film is The Decline of the American Empire. This is written and directed by Denys Arcand, Denys, Dennis Arcand, co-written by Gabriel Arcand, Mark Blanford, Jean-Claude Lauzon, Monique Proul, Yvonne Rivard, Catherine Ruel, and Louise Vandelac.
Okay.
All credited as collaborative writer. This film sits with a 7.1 out of 10 from 9,093 ratings at the time of recording. The Decline of the American Empire was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film, Canada, at the 1987 Academy Awards. It was the first ever Canadian film to be nominated for Best Foreign Language Film. It received a 20-minute... I know you love these tidbits. It received a 20-minute standing ovation when it premiered at the 1986 Cannes Film Festival.
20 minutes.
20. Imagine it feels long if like a crowd is applauding for 20 seconds. Imagine 20 minutes straight of applause. Watch a sitcom and imagine standing and clapping your hands for the entire time.
It feels long if my morning piss lasts 2 seconds longer than it normally does.
Yeah.
That's an eternity in the morning. I can't imagine sitting there and being like, thanks. Like,
you hear this out of Cannes Film Festival, especially. I feel like every year there's these crazy stories, but just like, and you read that and you're like, that's a long time, but just like really sit and think about what it would be like
long
to
time.
have a theater standing and applauding for 20 straight minutes nonstop, standing there doing this for 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
And people are like cheering, and you as the director are just like, yep, thank you. Okay.
Oh gosh, yeah. Being the person that's being applauded would be hell.
Thank you.
I would.
You're just like, yep.
Rather just slit my throat right in front of everybody, and then they would applaud that for 20 more minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would boo it. That's better though. That's a better sign. I've never seen any of these applauses. Nor do I want to watch 20 minutes of applause or 15 minutes or whatever it is. But do you think there is like an ebb and flow to it, as far as like it builds and then it kind of diminishes,
like it kind of goes down,
and then someone someone else like picks it back up again? It has to happen, right? It's not.
I don't know.
It's not just like a monotone level of applause for 20 minutes. I can't imagine.
The only point of reference I have is footage from. It must have been the 2017 Cannes Film Festival.
Yeah.
Where I think the first episode of Twin Peaks: The Return screened.
Oh, okay.
And it was one of those that had like a long applause. And I've seen footage of like David Lynch like standing there and like smiling as everybody claps and claps and claps.
Right.
And it's like at least a couple 2 or 3 minute long video, and it's just applause the whole time. And David Lynch is just kind of like, yep, like nodding his head and smiling and like waving, and like the camera goes up to his face and he kind of like looks at it and like raises a hand like, thank you. And
yeah. I can't
but that's
imagine.
the only point of reference. I've never seen or wanted to really
No.
See any other ones of these. So I've always wondered if it's like actually, because you hear these things out of Cannes, and I've always wondered, like, was this actually 20 minutes of a nonstop standing ovation, or was it just like whoever wrote this is like, it was several minutes, like it felt like it was 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Is it like that, or is it like this was legitimately 20 minutes nonstop of applause?
I feel like someone's timing this shit. at least currently. Maybe back.
It seems like,
maybe
because there's like, it received an 8-minute like there's specific times.
Maybe like at some point in time in the beginning of this phenomenon, it was just like an exaggerated amount of time, or it was like a hyperbole version of, but I think it's become such a thing about the festival that I feel like now it is actually timed, and there is like an official fucking timekeeper of like, oh, that went 7 minutes and 33 seconds or whatever.
When the applause starts, the credits like are interrupted by a large timer that just starts.
That would be even more annoying because I feel like they want to top themselves every single time.
There's a lot of strange reactions that I can't. Have you ever seen the footage of Pulp Fiction winning the Palme d'Or in '94? There's like they announce. I think it's Clint Eastwood. I think announces like the winner of the Palme d'Or is Pulp Fiction, and so like some of the cast and Quentin Tarantino go up on stage, and like the applause stops. And there's a person who is evidently pissed off or something, but you can hear a person like screaming at like everybody stops applauding, and there's a person that's like yelling something in French because like Quentin goes up to the microphone and he's like getting ready to start talking, and he stops because there's this person yelling from like up in the balcony somewhere. And I think the camera cuts to them, and it cuts back to Quentin, and he flips off whoever that is up there. It's great. But anyway. There's still a couple more things. So real quick, this film, The Decline of the American Empire, is also included in the 1001 Movies You Must See Before You Die, edited by Steven Schneider. And lastly, the budget for the film was originally set at $800,000. However, as the screenplay started taking shape, producers Roger Flappier and René Malo saw the potential in it and were able to raise $1.8 million off the back of it.
It seems like a lot for 86. Did you say that this was this is not a documentary?
This one is not.
Okay.
This is the only one that is not.
Okay.
Out of these three.
So I guess
this
there's cast and crew and actors and
yeah. At the time of recording, this film is available to stream with ads on Tubi, or if you're like me and you have a Hoopla account via your library membership, it is on Hoopla.
Nice. Okay.
So you can watch it free without ads on there.
Well,
so
cool.
And I might do that sometime if I remember to. I would like to watch all three of these, really.
No, same. Yeah. They all sound great,
yes.
but just the 280 ones sound the most intriguing to me.
I agree. I actually might watch The Killing of America after we finish recording tonight. And I do have a... We're going to skip tag me. I do have a quote
time. Quote time.
That's where I go to the quote section, and I pull a quote that's allegedly spoken in one of these three films. It's at least on the IMDb page. And then Will gives me a direction for how he wants me to deliver the line. And I do my best, and then he guesses which film it came from. And we do have one line today.
One line.
Yep.
2 possible documentaries. So
definitely documentaries.
Context. Well, yeah, possibly from 2 documentaries, right, is what I meant to say. And so context is just out the door, because it could be from anyone about anything. No character even possible here. And then a third film that I'm not entirely sure who the characters really are. Academics and their partners. But that really doesn't say much about them. So I think I'm just going to go... Sorry, I made myself laugh. I think I'm just going to go back to a tried and true... I think we've done this before. Just give me your best John Lennon.
Well, it's just going to be kind of... So I assume it's just going to probably sound like me, but doing a British accent. Or
sure, whatever your best is, bud. I'm here for it.
So I don't know if it's tried and true. It's at least tried.
Well, yeah, true. So. Yeah, true might be an exaggeration. Yeah.
All right. So as taken directly from the IMDb quote section, here is your quote. "We've tried everything short of gluing his mouth to it."
Okay, good, decent John Lennon.
Thanks.
I really couldn't tell you what John Lennon sounds like, actually. Your Ringo was more distinct, I think, last time you did Ringo. I'm trying to get the whole Beatles collection collected from you.
Yeah, next time I'll have Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
It'll sound very similar to what I just did.
Do George Harrison next, actually. Okay. We tried everything short of gluing his mouth to it. God, this could be about anything.
In theory.
This is just a shot in the dark at best. I'm going to say that because it's one line, unless you're leaving out some kind of parenthetical context or whatever, I'm going to say this is about the decline of the American Empire. This is from the decline of the American Empire.
Okay. So I will say, first of all, that I have not secretly hidden any parenthetical, and I did not take this line out of context from a larger
They did. IMDb
quote
did.
posted.
Yeah.
Somebody, this was the line on IMDb on this page for this film.
Absolutely nothing.
It was delivered by Self-Germs manager from The Decline of Western Civilization.
Oh, damn it.
The manager of the band Germs said this.
I can't wait to watch it and find that, figure out what the context of that is.
We've tried everything short of gluing his mouth to it.
Maybe he's okay. So that's the challenge here. Is what is he talking about? So the first thing that comes to mind for me is maybe the singer is not using the microphone properly, or not holding it close enough to his mouth. You know, not singing into it. And this is, and like the documentarian has asked, like, you know, so what is it about the singer that he doesn't like to speak into the or sing into the microphone? He stands like
that what,
a foot.
Is that
to
what
the
Penelope
left.
Spheera sounds like?
Yeah, exactly what she sounds like.
Yes.
He stands like a foot to the left of the microphone. Why is that? And then your response would be,
"We've tried everything short of gluing his mouth to it."
"Oh, I like that." I think that
That's
should
the
be
Germs manager.
Actually, I think that should be Penelope. Actually, okay. So
she like puts out another cigarette.
yeah. So, but I was actually picturing. Sorry, not to correct your choice there. It was a decent choice.
Please.
I just want to fill it out. So I'm picturing like the documentarian questions why the singer doesn't use the microphone, and I think the line that you gave is the end of this conversation, but the response is actually bigger and longer. But for some reason, this IMDb person did not include that part. So I was thinking that like something about how like there has to be some kind of like he thinks like this is you know, again, like he doesn't want it to be pristine because that's what pop music is. They speak right into the microphone or something. And the documentarian comes back and is like, well, yeah, but no one can hear him. Haven't you tried to do anything about that? And then his response would be, we've done everything short of gluing his mouth to it.
Yeah. And then it has like a super cut of them, like they tried using like the headset microphone, like pop star thing. They've tried
yes. Like, wait, hold on. Before you go on, how does he get out of speaking into that or singing into that?
He just like points it up
at his forehead, so you just hear his hair, like rubbing it the whole time.
Like the next shot is they've like painstakingly set up this wire contraption around his head that has the microphone attached in front, pointed at him.
Yeah.
But he like puts it on backwards.
Or he just like raises he just looks up at the like ceiling the whole time. So he's just up here talking like this, just away from the mic, you know?
But he has like a bit of a beard, and so the beard is it's still the same audio as before.
And then like another thing that they tried is they just hired a boom mic operator to just chase him around with but he keeps like running away from he runs dodging from it as he's singing, you know, and the boom mic operator is just trying to like chase it, and he's like hitting other people in the audience and the band as the pole like sways around, so you just hear like
we're basically just writing punk Spinal Tap.
I know, that's what I was thinking this whole time. That's what I was wanting this whole time. It's like, what? This would be hilarious if there was like just a crazy like artist. And again, the reason he's doing this is because he doesn't want his vocals to be anywhere close to what pop music is like.
It's like, I'm the manager for The New Conspiracy, and our lead singer Danny Grommet does not like to sing into the microphone.
I think there should also be like a scene in the documentary, though, an hour documentary, where they try to interview him. So they try to like clip on like a lapel
Davey
mic,
Gromit.
and he also doesn't want to talk into that mic.
Yeah.
So he just like pulls his shirt way down, or he like covers it with his hand. He just does something to ruin it. And they're like, Danny, you don't have to cover the mic here. This isn't a song. You're not being. And he's like, oh, it's never been about the music. I have a microphone phobia. It's
a bit conformist, isn't it?
He's British. They're always British. You said it was the Germs, or Germs is the band?
Germs, yeah.
Okay.
Germs manager is one who gave that.
Okay. Have you ever heard of them? I'm trying to think if we know any of their like
the most like authentic like of the era punk that I'm really up on is like Ramones or the Sex Pistols. I don't really know a whole lot else. I mean, like the Clash also, I guess.
Sure, yeah.
So I guess more of like the British ones are kind of the ones that I know the most, except for the Ramones, because I gravitate toward the British music for whatever reason. So no, I don't really know. Definitely, I've never heard of the Germs.
Here's the
Germs. Whatever.
Here's Germs. I'm reading this from Apple Music. It's the about section for this band. They are from Los Angeles, California. They formed in 1976. Similar artists to them as listed on Apple Music are Black Flag, Circle Jerks.
Oh, Black Flag, yeah.
Adolescence, Minor Threat, Reagan Youth. I'm trying to read some that I know of. That's all the ones I know of. So here's the opening line from their about section. If there was ever a band that burned out rather than fading away, it was the Germs. There you go.
Wow. Is that all it says?
No, there's a huge write-up. I'm not going to read the whole thing.
Okay.
I wouldn't know where to stop. I mean, there's paragraphs.
I was going to say,
literally paragraphs. Like, yeah.
The life and legend of Germs is just like, well, they went out pretty hot.
That seems to be written by Mark Dimming, is who it's tagged at the end. But anyway, yeah. So it seems like they only have a couple albums. One from 1979, and then a couple more from the 2000s, I'm guessing.
Oh, wow.
That are just like maybe recuts or something. But
maybe the boys got back together.
They're
pump out a couple hits.
Maybe. Their top song on Apple Music is Lexicon Devil. So there you go.
You think it sounds like
Germs.
Lexicon Devil? We're the devil.
Yeah, but like really good sounding and clear backing music, you know?
Yeah, everything is great,
yeah.
But the vocals are kind of not audible.
But I love the idea that like it's not just that the vocals are soft. It would be like the band's audio guy like really takes this serious and all that stuff. So he knows how to capture the room tone as well. So you can almost tell where, in our case, Danny, as his name is, I guess, is standing. It's not just that he's softer, like his microphone isn't just turned down. It's that you can definitely tell that he's like 4 feet away.
Yeah.
in a medium-sized room. You know, you really hear like the reverb of that room.
Like this band could have been huge, but the singer fucking would not get onto the microphone.
The question is though, is there a time in the documentary where the manager does attempt to glue his mouth to it?
Oh. Like while he's asleep, the manager puts like Gorilla Glue on his cheek and sticks the microphone to it.
No, I say it's not like it's like a normal mic, like one of like the round, mics with like the mesh on it. I say he just actually glues it to his actual mouth, and so like it's super pressed against his lips, you know, and he goes out there and he can't take it off. And he just decides to he's like, fuck it, I'm doing it. And he goes up there and everything is super distorted, but like in a way that sounds kind of fucking yeah, just like you know, and everyone's like, "This is amazing!" Like Germs like has this whole new sound now, and it's because Danny can't fucking undo the glue.
And the rock press like takes to it, and they write up about them, and so they get kicked out of the documentary in general.
Yeah, edit it out. Yeah, yeah.
You have to see the bonus features on the Blu-ray to even know that they were a part of it.
So then, in our version,
yeah,
of this documentary, in our sequel to our first take of this, the
New
Metal
Conspiracy
Years,
2.
yeah.
Do
we bring back this band and their manager? Like do we continue this on as far as like make them a staple? Because ours is clearly going to be more in the vein of like Spinal Tap, not an actual
so
historical thing.
The underground punk band, the Germs, like now it's 1984, and they've become a hair metal band. They're fucking completely conformed.
Same members?
No, like in Spinal Tap, the drummer mysteriously died.
Someone has to die. Yeah, I was going to say.
He's been replaced like 3 times.
Who died? The drummer?
The manager.
I was going to say the lead singer. I was going to say that the lead singer, but that's why their sound changes. Is that now this guy has another weird like thing with microphones.
Yeah,
but not like
he'll only sing into the bottom of the microphone. And so they have to like rig a special microphone where it actually records from the bottom of it instead of from the top.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. He only holds it upside down. Like he doesn't. It's too heavy, or he doesn't like how it feels.
It's too heavy.
I'm just trying to think of a reason.
That's his reason. I love that. That would be his reason. Like, why won't you sing it to the top? It's too heavy.
Because the heavy part is at the bottom.
Like, but it's the same. It's the exact same weight.
But what?
No.
But what in this universe of ours is it the heaviest at the top? Name one thing. You can't. Everything that's heavy is at the bottom. Just like our band, our music. Exactly. Deep, right? This is metal. Yeah. Everything that's heavy is at the bottom. It's actually our next album. That's the next album. It's everything that's heavy is at the bottom. Everything that's heavy is at the bottom. And it's just the lead singer holding the microphone upside down. So he has to yell. He has to do like that metal scream. So they don't like adjust anything. They don't fix the microphone. They just tell him to keep singing louder. And that's how he gets his metal like scream sound is...
But the heaviest thing is at the bottom.
I don't know if that translates, but Thomas put his microphone.
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I bet that was a good bit.
The heaviest thing is that. So what? Just to wrap this idea up. What on the album on the debut album for the New Germs, or this could be our debut album for the New Conspiracy.
Yeah.
The album is called Everything That's Heavy Is at the Bottom. What are our tracks going to be? What are
or that's the second. The first album is Metronome, and the cover artwork is like a holographic of an upside down microphone on a cord, and like as you rotate the thing, the like microphone swivels across.
And we call it Metronome because our thing is that we're going to play out of sync.
Yeah, and every track has like
has a click track. Every track has
but they're not on.
No one's close to it. I actually love that. That's fucking punk, man. Fuck off.
It is.
That's fuck your fucking conformist music theory.
And then the second album is Everything Heavy Is at the Bottom.
Everything is yeah. So what are the
and the album gets progressively heavier the further down the track list you go. So the heaviest song is at the bottom of the track list.
I thought you meant like physically weighted. I thought
no.
I was like, how are you going to do that? You mean like emotionally heavy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the first song is called 1 kg. The last track is like
10 kg.
The last song is 200 stone.
Like that. Wow. Yeah. All the titles are like random things, they're like really random titles, but if you were to weigh each of these objects,
it's a different object that weighs more than the last.
Yes, that's what it is. Everything that's heavy is at the bottom.
Everything heavy's at the bottom.
Everything heavy's at the bottom.
This is so dumb. Does this one also have the quick track, or have they moved on from that because that's fucking... You can't repeat it once you've done it.
You can't repeat it because then it's not punk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one is...
Is it just an album about objects and their weight?
And it's a folk album.
So, we're changing genres completely.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's what's punk about it.
Sure.
And so
yeah.
It's like 14 stone, that's what I... It goes from like a screaming punk album, metronome.
So where on the wait? What? So what you said? 14 Stone. Is that the name of this album or this track?
14 Stone. Yeah.
Where on the album is
8.
this? Track 8 out of.
Yep. Out of 10.
Okay. Oh, so there's a couple of heavier things than 14 Stone. How much is 14 Stone?
14 Stone would be 196 pounds.
Oh, we're getting up there in weight.
Yeah.
This is heavy.
14 stone, that's what my mom weighs.
Ooh.
14 stone, that's what we all pay.
14 stone, that's what her coffin weighed too. It's heavy.
14 stone, that's what I like to do. Yeah, hit the stones, hit the stones. This is folk music, right?
Yeah. It's folk punk. It's folk punk.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's kind of like folk, but different on purpose.
Yeah. So there's that album. Yeah, the last the last track has to be 18 million grams times 2. That's what it's called.
18 million grams times 2. Give us a sample of 18 million grams times 2.
18 million grams.
I love how all the tracks start out the same way. They're all just the title.
Yes. And in the background you hear times 2. 18 million grams times 2. Put me on a scale. I weigh more than a whale. This is a great album, though.
Okay, 18 million grams times 2. Oh wait, sorry. No, I messed this up. I'm trying to convert this, and I'm laughing too hard. I can't. Okay,
36.
Yeah.
Grams
It is
pound.
79,000 pounds.
So two tracks prior we're at 196 pounds.
2 tracks prior, it was Mom. That's where we were at.
14 stone.
And now we're at 18 million grams times 2. So what? Okay, so
You say it was how many pounds?
it was 79,366.4. 79.
So that would be 5,669 stone.
Oh wow, that's a lot of moms.
Yeah. So there we go.
So my question is, one last question. I got to solve this because my brain's itching for this. Is it 2 separate things that weigh 18 million grams? Like, is this...
Or did they just mathematically divide the weight of this one thing by 2?
Yeah. Which is it?
Yeah, they divided the weight of this one thing by 2.
Okay. See, I was leaning the other way. I was thinking it was 2 things.
2 things combined into
Like
one weight.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to think of, like, if this is this a folk album? Or is this just a... Is it the whole album folk? I was, like, trying to think of, like, what can combine... that are like maybe like there's like this is like our love song, or this is like but it's also supposed to be emotionally heavy too, I guess. So 18 million.
Oh, it's emotionally heavy as it is physically heavy.
Well, that's what I thought you were going for originally, was that whenever you said the heavier things are at the bottom on the track,
until you heard 14 stone.
No, I think it was whenever we decided
what my mom weighs.
Whenever we decided that the title should be different objects that weigh. Let's see here. What is 18 million? So that's easy math. 39,000 pounds. 39,600. That is 19.8 ton, almost 20 ton. for one thing.
Yeah.
So if there's two of them,
Yeah.
so what two things could it be? 20 tons that are lost, or that or have damaged something else, or that what emotional
20 tons? Or did you say 40 tons?
20 tons for
40
one
tons.
thing.
20 tons for one thing.
Yeah,
So two 20-ton things.
roughly. Yeah.
Two. It's like a double semi truck. There, it's pulling a
Okay.
double.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
Each trailer has
So there's
20,000.
So there's 4 trailers, two trucks. So this song is about 2 truck drivers pulling doubles each, meeting on the highway and crashing. But they've broke it down into grams. So each truck with a double weighs 18 million grams.
It's so dumb.
I mean, that's a fucking folk song, though. Like, right there, it's to break something down in the most, like, esoteric, weird way.
I tried to hit the air brakes, but the brakes gave out.
It was ice.
18 million grams times 2.
Yes, exactly. My tires were a little bald, and I didn't check my brakes. 18 million grams.
Times 2. Again, the first album, Metronome, is a fucking hardcore punk album.
God. Oh, man.
Follow it up with this.
18 million grams times 2. Oh, fuck. What was that called again? Oh, I gotta stop. Oh. Holy shit. Oh, man.
Trevor's pulling doubles.
Man, people are gonna be like, why'd they call it 18 million grams times 2? I have no idea. And then someone's gonna figure it out and be like, guys, like, here's like, you know, the secret to the song that.
There's Reddit threads.
Yeah,
about
exactly.
this.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That was hilarious. That was so stupid.
The closing track of their second album, The Heaviest Things at the Bottom.
Wow. That was so good. 18 million grams times 2.
All from the quote, "We've tried everything short of gluing his mouth to it."
Oh, so we formed a band. We've written 2 albums so far.
Metronome and The Heaviest Things at the Bottom.